We have started recording. We'll physically do this query, Nipa, with you in your computer. Now, other than that, do you like? I didn't receive any homework from you, right? Yeah. So I would see like if I can review it here. But first of all, um, Razaba, it seems you are having a connection issue. Are you in the call? It seems you are away or you are offline in. Okay, all right. Uh-huh. Oh, so can you see my screen? What do you do? You are still there in that call, right? You are still. So what do you do, Nahid bhai? Can you see this three dot? Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? There is this three dots. You click on settings from the three dots, and then you go to audio, video, and here your microphone, right? So you select what microphone it is. Can you see? It could be headphone or default communication device. Try switching. That's all. Okay. All right. Now, so guys, so far we are making progress on backend testing perspective, like learning Oracle database. We have discussed pretty good amount of manual testing topics, like basics on manual testing. What is manual testing? What are different types of manual testing? We have discussed software development life cycle. We have discussed software testing life cycle. We have discussed requirement document, functional requirement document. We have discussed use cases. We have discussed test cases, test plan. We have also have written a few test cases. We are giving our effort to write a test plan, right? These are we have discussed agile methodology, waterfall methodology, advantages and disadvantages of this software development methodologies, right? So it's pretty good amount of discussion those we did so far in terms of manual testing. Our plan is to start automation from the first week of February. We will continue discussing other topics, including database, manual testing, right? And we'll bring one by one topics in the course. But but what my plan is to start automation, to start Java programming by the first week of February. Okay. So in order to do that, like in order to start learning Selenium automation, right? For every one of you, you will have to cooperate. We will have to cooperate. Mhm. You will have to Who is there? Who is there? Nahid bhai, I think you need to mute one of the microphone by clicking on this button. Okay, so you will have to cooperate me in that sense that you will have to submit this work, test cases, test plan, right? You'll have to submit your SQL homeworks so that I have a confidence, you have a confidence that I'm learning something, I'm in a good shape, and I can now start learning Java programming, start learning Selenium. right? So that's why, keep communicating me, keep sending me emails. I'm having a little bit very busy time in terms of my professional life, in terms of my academic life, as I'm doing MBA. It's like a critical time for me, but still I will try to give you feedback. If I cannot give you feedback, I will, anytime in the class I'll give you feedback. So keep sending your documents, keep making progress. There is no alternative of making progress in life. Life will never ever stop. Life will keep going. Whether you keep moving or not, life will keep moving. Time will keep passing. Everyone will make progress. Whether you are making progress or not, everyone around you will make progress. Okay? So it is your career, right? One thing for you, remember, if you are in the computer, your best friend is Google. Your best friend is Google. Here in this class I'm giving you, hey, this will, you will have to learn this, you will have to learn this, you will have to learn this. I'm giving you the summary, I'm giving you the instruction, I'm trying to make you understand. But remember, your best friend is Google. If you do not understand anything, there are so many things you can Google, you can learn from internet, you cannot imagine. Let's say that you do not understand what is test case, right? As I said, Google is your best friend. You go to Google and type test case in software testing. Test case in software testing, right? Test case in software testing. And can you see about how many results? I cannot even pronounce this number. How many results you got, right? In less than a second, right? You will see that in software engineering, a test case is a specifications of the inputs and execution condition, testing procedure, and expected results that define a single test to be executed to achieve particular outcome. You will see there are a lot of generous people, right? Lot of generous people, they will have their thoughts on this. They will have their website on this, right? They will have lot of help in the internet, so many results. Okay, this Google, right? So let's say that when I work, right, I'm pretty old in computer engineering, and I have been learning computer engineering since 1999, right? Most of you probably in even elementary school, or even, I don't know, like what, you are kid. So I have been learning computer engineering since 1999, and still I have trained so many people in work and others. Still, when I work, I do Google. Whenever I do not know, probably whenever I do complicated things, I take help. I do a lot of Google. How do I do this? Even for a simple syntax, I go and type Google. I see what is better. What is the better option, right? Can you imagine, like, how useful Google is? For everything you depend on Google. So what you do to give you a tips, right? Make sure when you are using Google, your search engine is Google. Sometimes Bing, sometimes other search engine. This will kind of, like, if you are looking for help, Google search engine is the best. So how will you make sure that your search engine is Google, not Bing, not Yahoo, not others, right? Note this. So if you go to settings, right? If you go to settings, and then um, let me show you where this is. um, if you come here on this advanced, can you see this? And then if you come here, see, download language privacy and security system. proxy, continue background, use hardware acceleration, settings. Okay, privacy. Let me go back to settings again. So here, manage your Google account, sync in Google services. Once again I'll have to do Google. How to change search engine in Chrome, right? Okay, on your computer, open Chrome at the top right settings. Under search engine, next to search engine, use the address bar, click down. Okay, so it is pointing out this figure. Settings, and then let's see what is this. So here under settings, appearance, default browser, what is that? See, you have a better eye than me. I was looking at like it was here, I was not seeing it. Okay, so that's good. So can you see search engine used in the address bar? Now, here, can you see Bing? This Bing guy will give you information, but this information, like Google is the best for this. This Yahoo, right? This is again will give you information, but comparing to Google is not that much helpful. Can you see this Duck Go? This is the like if you use search engine Google, right? Basically, Google will collect your information what you search, and they might, let's say if you search for treadmill, right? They might they might send you suggestion in your browser. This is the good. Sometimes like you will see that you are browsing a page and there are advertisement. Okay, this search treadmill, like they will try to sell you things, but can you see this Go? This is a secure search engine. Again, this secure search also secure search, but this Go, I heard from some expert, this is very secure, right? So again, that is how you change your search engine and Google. If it is being, sometimes you will see that when you install some of the things, your search engine will be changed for some reason, and it will, when you search something, it will bring Bing or Yahoo, right? Then you come here, search engine, and then select again Google, and then your search engine will be changed to Google. Does it make sense? Is it helpful, guys? Okay. So what I'm saying, you saw that, right? How frequent I'm using Google. I hope that you are doing the same, but you know, use it for your useful purposes in terms of study and whatever you do your day-to-day life, right? It will be really, fruitful in terms of if you use it for learning. It's a, you can say that it's the ocean of knowledge. Just you have to pick what you need, right? There are so many things we cannot learn, so many things. So whatever you need, you'll have to pick from there. Okay. Now, so we we have like whatever topics we have discussed, it is in the recording. It is being recorded. So if you have any question about any of these topics that you missed or you were not able to grab fully, I have sent the documents, but feel free to Google, and also if you still have question, reach out to me. I'll try to see and revisit the topic. Okay. Now, any questions so far? Okay. So regarding, so at this point, before I go to this database topics, at this point, our goal was to write test cases and test plan. Right? Now, first of all, before the test case, the test plan comes, right? And I just wanted, you do not have to be coding so many things. As I defined test plan, right? As I defined test plan, it is the blueprint of testing, right? It is a blueprint of testing, and what we do, In test plan is the document that describes the scope, approach, testing scope. Scope means testing scope. Approach means how the testing will be done, what kind of testing will be done, right? Scope, approach, and then testing schedule. Prepare a simple schedule. Scope, approach, schedule, and then resource allocation, entry criteria, exit criteria, bug standards, right? A test plan is a document that will be describing all of these topics that I have mentioned, right? Scope, approach, resource allocation, schedule, entry criteria, exit criteria, bug standards, all of these things will be described in the test plan. And if you can, like, let's say you prepare a Word document and put these 6 or 7 points, those I mentioned, right? And then start writing, like, let's say you put an introduction, right, or background. In the background, you say what is that project about that you are preparing the test plan. So you are preparing the test plan on Mercury Tours. Mercury Tours. You say something about Mercury Tours. Look at the requirement document or look at the website and see like what is that project about, and say something. Okay, this is the project about. Although it is a demo project, is a project about booking airline tickets, hotels, right, cruise. And in this project, people can book their airline tickets and stuff whatever they can do. So basically, this project is going through updates. So we are writing this test plan so that we can appropriately test this application. This is the background. And then you say your scope, right? See, your scope is just the requirement document. See what are the points in the requirement document. Okay, this is what will be scoped in the testing. And then approach. Okay, what are the testing you will be doing? Say you define few testing you will do. Basically all kind of testing: regression testing, integration testing. We will do system testing. Um, we will do security testing, right, or smoke testing. All kind of testing we will do to make sure that this application is bug free when it is going to production. This is the scope. And then you come to the schedule, right? So you put a simple schedule. Okay, uh, the good thing here, it is a imaginary schedule. You do not have to be very practical about the schedule. You schedule it as you like. You say that okay, this project, um, the development will be started from okay this date to this date. So how the schedule works, while the development will be going on, at the same time the testing team will be analyzing the requirements, will be preparing their test plan, will be writing their test cases while the development is going on. And then let's say that the development will be end at a certain time. After that time, you put your testing schedule. You put your testing schedule from this date to this date. We will be testing, and then while you are doing some testing, bug will be coming, right? And then those bug will be going to the developers. They'll be fixing it, and then put a deployment date. That's it. After this testing, the bug will be fixed and put a deployment date. On this date the project will be going to production. And then you put a schedule, and then you put your resource allocation. Okay, who will be the development manager? Again, you do not have to find the real development manager. You can make Mr. X the development manager, right? So develop who will be the development manager, who will be the testing manager, who will be the testing lead, and who will be the testing members in the team. Mention them in a table with their name, with their roles, with their contact. That's it. Make a table which will have a serial number, and then okay, person, and then okay, responsibility, and their contact. That's it. This is the resource allocation. And then you mention okay, what will be your entry criteria in this testing, at what situation you are going to enter into testing. So I have sent two samples. You will get a lot of entry and exit criteria in that sample. So what are the sample entry criteria to start testing, right? The product, requirement will have to be signed, the product will have to be developed, right? The product will have to be in the testing environment, the product will have to be um, stable in the testing environment, you will have to have received the testing credentials. So when all of this criteria will be met, then you will be starting testing. What is the exit criteria? There are some exit criteria, right? The product will have to be fully tested. Like look for a lot of exit criteria that I have in the document. Entry criteria, exit criteria, right? And then you go for bugs, right? So here you mention where you are going to report your bug. So what do we do? Wherever you work, small or big organization, they will be using tool to report a bug. Mention the tool and then put, okay, what is bug priority, what is bug severity, what is your standard when you are reporting bug, what do you mention when you report in your bug, right? That's all you need in the test plan. I do not wanted, like I didn't want a lot of literature that you do not understand, you put it. No, I wanted like only whatever I mentioned, you prepare your test plan with these few things. How simple is it, or how complex is it? Now you tell your opinion. Everyone, you tell your opinion about test plan. Naved, what is your feeling about test plan?
Site is like more simple and then more less content to be add with the test plan.
You do not need to, just whatever I mentioned, few things, right? You mention it. To start a QA job, you do not have to be an expert on test plan. You need to know what is test plan, how it look like. If you have to prepare one, can you prepare it with minimal content? That's all. How about uh-huh.
Generally, all the contents will be given in the requirement documents.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
all the contents, like if you look at the requirement document that I sent you, all of scope you will get it from the requirement document. Nipa, what about you?
Not that complicated. It's doable.
It will take a little bit time.
Yeah.
So when are you planning to send your test plan to me?
By Tuesday, inshallah, I promise.
Sure, sure. So Tuesday, today is Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, yeah, send it so that we can make progress in this course. Okay, then Nahid, let's talk about it. Nahid bhai, can you can you hear me? Are you there? Hello. Okay. All right, he will be coming back now. Regarding our testing cases, right? Can anyone tell me what is the purpose of test cases?
Step by step process.
Yeah, now I can hear you clearly, Nahid bhai. বুঝতে পারছি না আসবে, কোনো প্রবলেম নাই। এখন আপনার সো টেস্ট প্ল্যান সম্পর্কে আপনার কি অভিমত, কবে আপনি দিচ্ছেন ক্লিয়ার করেন।
আমি জাস্ট honestly সময়ে একটু আটকে গেছে আর কি। তো টেস্ট কেসেস প্রিপেয়ার করছি, আপনাকে আজকে দেখাবো আর কি। প্ল্যানটা এখনো করতে হয়নি।
সো প্ল্যানটা, হোয়াট ইজ দ্য প্ল্যান অন প্ল্যান?
প্ল্যানটা ইনশাআল্লাহ এই সপ্তাহে ক্লোজ করে ফেলবো ইনশাআল্লাহ। আমি 1 ঘন্টা সময় পাইলে করে ফেলতে পারবো, বাট I have a problem with my words.
হোয়াট ইজ দ্যাট নিপা?
আমার ওয়ার্ড বলতেছে যে আউট অফ লাইসেন্স। আমি আমার স্টুডেন্ট আইডি দিয়ে লগ ইন করার চেষ্টা করছি, বাট ইটস নট ওয়ার্কিং। আই ডোন্ট নো হোয়াটস গোইং অন।
So so you do not have license for your word.
Yeah. Google Doc.
So what do you do? You can use Google Doc, Nipa. You know how to use Google Doc?
No.
It's easy. If you do you have a Gmail, okay. So what you do? Go to your Gmail, and can you see the 9 dots in the upper right corner?
Yeah.
Click on that. Can you see
Okay.
Drive?
Mm-hmm.
Click on that, and then what do you see in the Drive?
It's loading.
Yeah, give it
It
a little
says
time.
I have a bunch of folders there.
Okay. Yeah.
And
So
all.
so hold on 1 second. Is that bolo? রসিল মসজিদে যাবে না? Okay, guys. Nipa, can you hear me now? Okay. Nipa, can you hear me? Nipa, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you
Okay.
now.
So over there in the top left corner, can you see a menu? Over there, if you click, what do you see?
There is a new option.
If you click on new, what do you see?
Folders, file upload, folder upload,
Uh-huh.
Google Doc.
Google Doc. Yeah, click on Google Doc. What do you see now?
Spreadsheet. Well,
You can create a spreadsheet there. You can create a document there,
yeah, I see it now.
and you can create your test plan there. Definitely. Got it? Now, um, so regarding the test cases, I'm still seeing that your test cases are not up to the standard. You have all of you have made progress, but still the test cases, few of the things still you will have to work. So I'm going to go a little bit more on this test plan, and also we are going to study a little bit on ALM today. Who knows about ALM?
LM is a tools, uh, defect tracking tool.
Uh-huh.
LM, we input the test case and run the test case, submit the defect. It's like a testing software tool using LM to run the software testing process.
Yeah, so it's a test management, project management tool. We will learn a little bit on this. Now, regarding your the topics that we have discussed last week, the RTM and test cases. So let's say that when you write your test cases, at the moment where do you write your test cases? At this point?
Word.
At this
Microsoft
point,
Word.
at this point, you write your test cases in Word, right? But your test cases, wherever you work in the actual organization, you will not be writing your test cases in Word. You will be writing your test cases in a tool, with a tool, right? So in a tool means uh, online. There will be tools online. Every organization, they buy license and they write their test cases there under the tool. So that is where you will be writing your test cases as well. So one of the popular tool and famous tool you can say is that ALM. So we will learn a little bit about ALM. We will learn about defect, right? We'll learn about defect, like we have talked about a lot, that when there is a bug in the software, right? When there is a bug in the software, then we report defect, saying, okay, this is the problem. Now we will learn a little bit about defect. Today we will write a sample defect as well, right? So that you get a.
ভাই আপনার স্ক্রিনটা আমি দেখতে পাচ্ছি না।
Am I not sharing my screen? Okay. Can you see my screen now? Okay. So as I was saying, we'll be learning a little bit about defect today. Here, if we start with our test cases, to let's give you some feedback first on test cases. Let me bring your documents that you have sent me. Okay. Let me start with Naved. Naved, can you quickly share your screen? Let me go through from there. And bring your work. So I see that Naved, you have written one test case and you have put 10 steps there. So the expectation was you will be writing 3 to 5 test cases.
Done with all of the small. Let me bring the thing is here. FRD. Is right there. So I literally write an up to.
Clicking on this will take you to the vacation page.
Yes. The
So
one I see here is like this is same. They put it the same like let's say the car rental, the verify the car rental, and
uh-huh.
verify the cruises is the same content I see over there. The you see the car rental checking the on this will take to the car rental page.
Uh-huh.
The same the cruises also the same. Clicking on will take to the car rental page. So I just follow the whatever the
It's
actually
an error. Cruise page, yes.
yeah it's cruise page, but I just
It's an
follow
error.
that step because it's the FRD, so I don't change anything. I just put as it is like this.
So both car rental and cruise are taking same page. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is a this is a sample document. So yeah, let's follow this. But it is a good catch that they have pointed out same page for both of these.
Should be the cruise pages, but I don't want to change myself because it was in the FRD document.
I got it. All right. So so here in your cases that you have 10 steps, right? So these 10 steps, remember that each of these, let's say home page, right? You are in home page. From home page you can write so many test cases. In home page there are so many things, uh, there are so many links. You can write a test case, let's say that uh, for there is a registration link in the home page in the vertical navigation bar. For the from the registration you can write multiple test cases. So they, um, there is a, from the login you can write multiple test cases. There is a itinerary, right? You can write multiple test cases from there. So each of these uh, in the home page, right? From each of them, you have to eventually, that is what we are going to discuss, have to write your test cases. Now, test case wise, I was thinking that instead of writing one big test case, you might write a couple of test cases, dividing them. But standard is, the standard is improved. You are writing it in the right format, right? Verify. So one thing that I mentioned in your feedback, right? The language, the verbiage here, verify that home, right? It is not like this. So let's say that what is that when you say verify the navigation, verify the left navigation menu, right? That is correct. Make sure that home, flights, and these menus are present in the left navigation bar. And then verify the home. What is that? What do you mean by verify that home?
I put the verify the home button or something like that.
Actually, there is no home button, but there is a, on the upper left corner, all of the website will have a logo. For example, let's that if you go to qaquestions.org, instead of verify that home, you can say this. If you go to qaquestions.org,
This one. Get it bigger. Chum.org.
qaquestions, S. And then let's say if you go to contact us page, register, okay. Okay. Now, can you see if you saying, can you see brand smart US,
Yes.
right? So probably you search something in brand smart. That's why Google is suggesting this. So Google, like the problem with Google is You do not have privacy. They will track you, and they will be, if browse something, they will be suggesting, let's say you browse something this website, they will be suggesting something Costco, from Target, from different places. So this is the only thing, but Google, overall Google is the best search engine. Now, so what I was saying, home, right? Every website, if you scroll up, so let's say you have browsed so many pages, and then you need to go to the main home page, right? Now, can you see on upper left QA questions? There is a big word, or home, or there is a this home, or can you see QA questions on top? QA questions on top. Go a little bit up. This one. If you click on this one, click on this one. It will take you to the home page. So there is also a home page. If you click, it will take you to the home page. But every website mostly will have something like this. Okay, so that is what you can say something. Okay, let's say if you go to your other website, that new tours, go there. In new tours, if you go to new tours, you will see that there is something like this. Can you see Mercury Tours? There is a logo on the upper left corner. That is the like, let's say you browse in some other pages.
Logo.
Yeah, and then click on the logo. It will take you to the home page.
Oh, basically.
You cannot click on it. Okay, so then you have this. No. You have this home button here. You have this home button here.
I click on.
So when you click on the home button, basically it takes you to the home page, right? Now, the question here is the way you have written, verify that home. No, right? The way you will be writing is click on home link, click on home link, and your expected condition, your action. Remember, this column contains your action. Click on home link from vertical navigation bar. Okay, click on home link from vertical navigation bar, and your expected will be what? You tell me now.
Of the home page present or displayed.
So when you click on this home page, what will happen? It will bring initial page of the screen.
Will appear.
Yeah, home page will appear. That's it. Straightforward. That sounds good. Okay. Now, so then, so can you see verify that flights? So how will that change?
So we say flights is in the left side. So I say verify on flights.
Yeah, click.
Left navigation bar.
No, click on flights menu. Click on flights menu from left navigation bar, and then you will say what will be your expected output here.
Left navigation on the flights. Flights gonna be present in left navigation bar.
So when you do this, the flight the flight page will be
On home link, wouldn't it be click on home link?
yeah, it will be click on home link. That is correct. Instead of verify on, it will be click on home link, and once you have clicked on home link, then the home page will be appeared. So Uh-huh.
Click flights, left navigation bar, or
Which one? Click flights. So it will be yeah, on
click on flights.
click on flights link, or you say click on flight uh, menu item from the left navigation bar. Got it? Okay. So in this way, you will have to update your test cases. Like it is minor in terms of bar ways, but if you write it in that way, it will look better. So when you write your future test cases, you write it in that way. Okay. So um, then you come to your other homework. Let me quickly give you feedback on those. Although I have given feedback, but I think few of the thing, if you bring those.
or the I don't know which one you're talking about, the what is it, the DMB, the SQL, like what do you specific
Yeah. So
mention.
there is a if you bring that document, there is a query where student count. We wanted distinct student, right? There is a query.
All the way and display how many students are in the school table.
No, there is a query where we are asking find distinct, or can you see that? Okay, so is it what did I write in the what did I write there? Can you get it in the feedback? What did I write there?
DMB and school distinct name query will need improve.
Okay, bring that one. There is a query where you have to improve. Bring that document that you have sent me.
Okay, let me go on my
Okay.
is all the correction.
Hold on here. All the student whose name ended with M. Display all the whose name contains letter A. Display entire student name, address, whom starting alphabet high. Go scroll up. I think display how many students are in the school you have. Um, Nipa, can you see his screen? Can you see display how many students are um, in the school? Can you see the answer for this query?
Yeah.
Is it now you got the answer?
Yeah, I got that.
Okay. Now we'll scroll down.
The last one.
Scroll up. Up. Mm-hmm. This is the one. Number 3. Read it.
Distinct female and L name, like F name and L name.
Mm-hmm. So So what do you get? Do you think, can you see if any name is repeated what in your answer? John Doe. How many times do you have John Doe?
Two times. Like John Doe is the first name is John and the last name is Doe.
Okay. So
Yeah, John. Yeah, two times. I think.
so the expectation was you will be
Specific. Specific. Basically, I think it's the name is two tables, so I can use the one table basically. Maybe.
hold on. Go to that query now. Display the entire distinct F name L name. You have select F name L name from social security, right? You have brought data from one table. That is not a problem. But when you brought it, you brought John Doe twice. We have in the table, we have John Doe twice. That's but the problem here, um, the problem here is what the query asks. The query is asking you to bring the unique names. And do you know what is unique names? The unique names are, um, you will have only um, one name. The names will not be duplicated. So that
Actually, I don't understand the query properly. That's why probably I thought it's all the F name and L name.
yeah, that is why, like, it will need, I ask you, okay, it will need a little bit improvement, but that is not a problem. So um so how will you write it, guys? I think everyone else will have to do the same thing about this. So how will you write it?
The unique name. So basically, how many streets is about around the six names.
Mm-hmm.
I need the unique name. The unique name is Zakim, Charlie, Abraham, the street,
John Doe will be only once. We want John Doe, but he will be only once. Okay, so how will you write this? How will you modify this query?
probably. Select.
So if you write select distinct F name, L name from the table name, then you will,
Let me quick write down.
yeah, write it, open your black screen and write it from there.
Distinct.
Mm-hmm.
So the F name, L name.
Mm-hmm. And from table name.
So it's just John coming one time.
So everyone, does this query make sense to you? Is it clear, like, why we are putting this in this way? Like, why we are putting distinct, and what is the use of distinct?
One name will not appear twice. Is that
Yeah, that is the purpose, to get the unique name. Are you sharing, Nabed?
Yes.
Can you still see his screen? Guys, Rajabai, can you see his screen still? I cannot see why. One second.
Preliminary one or
Navet, can you again share? We'll see like if it is preliminary one or two. Navet, can you stop share and share again?
See my screen. Display the entire distinct.
No.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out which
Is
one.
is a DMB, Social Security DMB school.
Oh, so it's the first one.
I think we already submitted before by that one before because I have exam one.
Mm-hmm.
I think this
Database exam one.
exam one. Okay, so oh, not bad. Okay, post. No, the exam one is USS, but I remember I already submitted this one before. Yeah, SQL 3. That's the other one.
Um,
Just correct it.
So over there, did you do distinct? Yeah, but this time you forgot. Okay, that's fine. So everyone, so in terms of distinct, yeah, this is your answer. Okay, everyone, yeah, keep your note. Like when you say distinct name, you cannot repeat. So let's say the problem here. Let's say that what is the use of this distinct, guys? Note what I'm saying. Let's say that Walmart store, right? Walmart store. Um, in Walmart store, let's say they have a table. Every day, how many transactions are happening? Whenever someone buys something, it will be a transaction in the table. Whenever someone comes and buys something, there will be a new entry in the table, right? On a particular day. Now, if you do select star from customer table, then if 1,000 people came to Walmart, right? If 1,000 purchase was done, you will see 1,000 entry. But remember, sometimes you see this. Okay, you purchase, you did the transaction, and then you forgot. Okay, I need to buy few other things, and you buy one more time, right? And sometimes you buy something in the morning and you go in the evening as well, right? So every time you are purchasing, it is doing an entry in the table, right? So let's say you have 3,000 entry in the table, but if you count, okay, how many customer came, the number of customer will be lesser. Is that correct? Do you got it?
Yes, but some customers came several times.
Several times, or some customer did the transaction, same customer did transaction multiple times. So if you like, okay, if you want to see, okay, how many transactions happened, then you do select star. But if you want to see, okay, how many unique people came to this store on a particular day, then what you do? Or let's say if you want to see how many unique people came to this store in a particular month, then in a particular month, I go to Walmart like multiple times, right? You go to Walmart or a particular store multiple times. So if they want to see how many unique people came to this store in this country, right? They always they always look for that type of statistics. they always monitor how many people are coming to the store per month or per day, right? And if they see the number is dropping, they take promotional activities. They send flyers to your home. They say coupon. They send coupon to your homes, or they will do marketing so that they get. So they always monitor these numbers. Remember. So if you want to see how many unique people came to your store, then you need to do distinct. Does it make sense when you need to use distinct?
Yes. I remember when you said they send the flyer to home. While I'm working the post office, there's a lot of flyer.
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday, Wednesday, like all of the road should be like all the flyers, every house. It's a bunch of flyers.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so I don't know that basically like this, like come home to send the flyer. It was a bunch of flyer all the way.
Yeah. So these flyers, right? See, sometimes they will send you an envelope. Inside that you will see 50, 60 coupons or flyers, right? So those store when they are sale, yeah, they always do marketing. They count the number like what they are getting in terms of customer, and they do marketing in that way. Okay. All right. So then what is the other feedback that I gave you, Nabil?
I think that just plan.
Test plan. Yeah. So what did I ask you about test plan? Bring the test plan. Let me take a look.
Give us.
Let's take a look at the test plan. Just bring the test plan. Mhm. Okay.
Actually, it is some content basically.
Yeah.
It is all of this like version history,
You
document.
keep this as a sample in a practical test plan. You might see this. You will see these tables, version history, and
I put like introduction, scope, text, object,
mhm,
test goal,
mhm,
what to be tested,
mhm,
what to be not tested,
mhm.
quality, reliability, audience, and then the
Okay.
time
Now
support
tell
release.
me like the audience section. Yeah, sometimes you would see audience section in a test plan. What is the use of this audience section? What do you mean by audience?
The business team, project management teams. So I don't need this one audience.
You keep it. You keep it that as long as you can explain what is audience. These audiences are like when you are preparing a test plan, you have a you have some people in your mind. Okay, these are the people who will be reading this document or viewing this document. This is what like you list the people from different teams. Those will be using this test plan, or those will be watching this test plan.
Can I see what's updated on the test?
What is that question, Nipa?
Oh, I was trying to see what he updated on the test plan. Like, what changes did he make?
I just erased some content, a bunch of extra content. So that's on our last class you said just keep this whatever I said to you like scope, time allocation, resource allocation, and test defect, and test timing and hardware software needed. So I just put the time.
So I do not want this test schedule. I want a simple schedule here. Okay, this is the development plan. This is the testing plan. Testing QA planning, uh, QA test case writing, QA execution. Right. I want the schedule in that way.
You are planning.
So you need the development timeline. Yeah, it is there. And then QA planning, number one. And then QA test case writing, you have a schedule, and then QA execution. There will be three timeline for QA and then deployment timeline. That's it.
Endurance Then exit.
Mhm.
Execution. Do I need to keep it? Unit testing.
So this
Function.
definition, yeah, it's like this definition is a reminder when you do a testing, what type of testing you will be doing. Remember, in approach, right? You say, okay, these are the types of testing we will be doing, but remember that this unit testing is not part of your test plan. So what you mentioned here, okay, these are the types of testing we will be performing. These testing types are defined. Uh,
So I just skip our part.
uh-huh. And this browser, right? Again, what is the browser requirement, right? Can you see IE and Firefox or Chrome? What is the version that the application you are going to test? You can mention it here, latest version.
How do you know what to put there?
Hmm?
Know which one to put
So
there?
let's say that when you are testing an application now, let me give you an example. When I was working in bank, let's say that the latest internet in bank, they were using Internet Explorer. It was very secure. You like, people's financial data, social security, all of the very sensitive data, bank balance, right? So it was very restricted, and if you wish, you cannot open Google Chrome or CNN. You cannot do those activities on those computer. We were having very limited activities, right? So so on that time it was IE 11. The latest version of IE was IE 11, but in the bank we were using IE 9. So the requirement was, everyone using this internal software in the bank's computer, everyone was using IE9 browser, because the software was made compatible up to IE9, not up to IE11, right? So depending on the software that you are going to test, in most of the cases it will be latest, including latest browser. So when they write a software, in most cases they will make the software compatible to the major browser like Chrome, Firefox, IE, right? And then they will make it compatible to the latest version. They'll make it compatible to the few older version. Not like, let's say that Google Chrome. I'll give you scope to talk. So, hmm? Okay, so where do you get what version, right? This is a good question, Abed. Can you browser?
Yes, I just.
Yeah, settings, and then about.
There's the button.
Can you see?
Right, official version 7.
79. Version 79.
79.
Got it? Okay, so when you are writing a software, when you are writing a software, you this software, they make sure that this software is compatible to the latest version and few other older version. They will not go to uh, they will not go to version 1, but they'll make sure that the version the browser version those people are using, these are good. Okay, now, not here, Nabed. This is in this internet. Is it Edge browser? Okay, can you press Alter Tools, Alter T, Alt T? Mhm. So click outside of your browser. Sorry, outside of this menu and press Alt plus T. Do you get anything? Hold on. Alt T. You do not get anything. Open your IE browser. Go there. Mhm. Okay. Now press Alt plus T.
But it's not working.
Okay. All right. So uh, in IE, it is Edge browser version, but previously it was just before this version it was IE11 was latest. Okay. In, Internet Explorer. Can you go to that start page again, Mabed? Start page. Go to that start page. Click on now the other browser, that browser tab you have. Now there is a two tab here. Microsoft Edge tips, and then can you see on top start? Yeah. In this page, click Alt T, Alter and T. Okay, hold on. Can you press Alter F? Press Control F. Okay. Right. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. So yeah, so browser version. Yeah, go to your test plan now. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. 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 So guys, do you know what is his question is? Can anyone reply, like, do you understand his question? What he is asking? Okay, is it the question, Nabed? Mm-hmm. Okay. Now let me answer you this. So there are two things here. One is these browsers, Chrome, Firefox, or IE, right? Do not update that frequently. Let's say IE11 was there in the industry for a long time, right? But there is one thing, although it is IE11, sometimes they will put different build. They will put like a build 4001 or 4002, something like this with minor update. Okay. Chrome browser, they frequently update it. They will update it very frequently, Chrome browser. Now when Chrome will be updated, now first question, how the Chrome browser will be updated in your computer? Let's forget about the application format. But first of all, let's say that at the moment the latest Chrome browser is 70 version, right? So next week they bring they will bring 71. How will it be updated? Your browser, will it remain 70 or will it be updated to 71?
70, but they can send notification my laptop, computer, everywhere. You want to update your Chrome browser?
So what will happen, Nabed? This Chrome browser, it will automatically update it. They have a mechanism. Even if you want, you cannot stop it. There you'll have to update your. You'll have to stop it by changing your registry. So the Chrome browser, it is difficult to stop their update, but it will automatically be updated. The Chrome browser, or if you go to that about page where you want to see, okay, what is the browser, it will automatically be updated. Chrome.
Start like updating automatically.
You like some of the browser you can stop, but in Chrome, if you want to stop this automatic update, you will have to change some entry in your registry in regedit computer. There are some places, but it is a complicated process because the Chrome is written in a way that they are very, controlling their browser. The update, most of the cases happen automatically, so you even do not know it will be automatically updated now. So that is where the update, right? Now, let's say in terms of Firefox, right? There is another browser you all know, right? Firefox browser. So that Firefox browser, let's say that when you do automation, guys, note this conversation. So this update, I'm telling you from my experience, like Chrome, right? So we were using a tool in the work, UFT. You all know about UFT, right? So I'm giving an example from experience. So what was happening is this Chrome browser, although the UFT tool, like we have the UFT tool works with latest Chrome version according to their um, according to their software manual. But whenever Chrome is updated, right, then it will always, like in our case, it was always creating a trouble. Our tool will not be able to, the automation tool will not be able to work with Chrome browser. It is not the application's problem, but the tool doesn't work with the latest version. So we tried to stop this automatic update, and then we had to reach the owner of the tool, and they had to do some of the work in the registry to stop this update. But still, it was difficult to stop updating Chrome browser. Does it make sense? So uh, and automation tool was not working in some cases, but the Chrome Firefox browser, right? You can download, let's say at the moment, 60 Firefox latest version, let's say for example 63. You can download version 36, and then it will not be automatically updated. You can stop automatic update there. And as far as I know, UFT tool doesn't work with latest Firefox browser, so you'll have to go back to an older version. You got it? Okay, so here now, this is the updating of the browser, right? This is the updating of the browser. Now the question here, let's say that when the software company, they build the software, let's say they build the software for browser version 65. The software is compatible to up to browser version 65. Now, if the browser is updated to a new version, will that software that was working on browser 65, will that software be working on the new browser? Software is not updated, right? Software is still the older version. The browser is updated, let's say from 65 to 70. Now what will happen? That was your question, right? So now what will happen? So that is why. So sometimes when what we saw, when they update the browser, in most cases the application will work, because the the browser guys, right, the people who works in Google, right, when they make the update, they are very intelligent, and the way they will be updating, they will make sure, see, let's say Walmart, Macy's, or uh, Target, if they see, man, this Chrome browser every week they update and our software breaks, people will stop using that browser. They will, at least they will be very so much fed up. They might say, what is happening? Every week our application breaks, right? So that's why, so that that type of complaint doesn't come, the Chrome people who develop Chrome, they make sure that although they are doing update, the application features, they works. Okay, they make sure in that way. But sometimes you will see some of the features is not working. So that's why that's why Walmart, Target, or Macy's, they have big IT team. They are working 365 days to make sure that, let's say that Amazon, right? Amazon, or they pay very high salary to these software guys. Very high salary. Some of the software guys, they get 200, 300,000 in Amazon, in Microsoft, in Facebook. They get 400,000, half a million. Some of the software guys. So why? Because so many people are using their application on Amazon, Walmart, Facebook, right? And this Amazon.com, if it goes down, it's a big loss for the company. So that's why they pay millions to the guys who are sitting there and working to make sure that whenever the browser is update, they do all this regression testing to make sure that on the new version of the browser, the Amazon.com is working. They have big automation team, very big automation team to make sure that they are running their test cases. You got it? And if there is anything not working, they immediately take action. You got it? Did you answer? Okay. Now, so yeah, few of your test plan, modify it, make it simplified, uh, put whatever you understand, whatever you do not understand, you come up with question, and we will work on it. Now, let me. So, do you have any other thing that you want to bring here, Nabed? Okay, very good. So let's take a look the work that you did, Razabai. If you can quickly share. Yeah. Razabai, are you there? Yeah.
I was not very clear about the test plan and test cases. I told you earlier. So today I got some clear things.
Mhm. So let me give you a little bit feedback on your work. I already have written, but I think everyone, if they look at it, they will learn something as well. So bring it, share it. Let me take a look. I'll give you a real quick feedback on your work. I do not see yet. Can anyone see? Okay, now we can see. So here in your work, right? Let's take a look one by one. If you scroll all the way up, so the first thing is DMB and SOCSEC. There, I think there was another table right here. SSN. Where is the SOCSEC table? I do not see any data from SOCSEC. Right. So have you created that social security table? Yeah, but the query wise, it looks correct. Make sure that you have that other table there, and if you have to join three tables, make sure you are able to join. Okay, and go all the way down. Let me see the last query. Okay, left. And now here, name from DMB SOCSEC. Where now SOCSEC. Have do you have any data in the SOCSEC table actually? Let me take a look at the last query, Baya. So the last query you said DMB SOCSEC. Oh, you have only two tables. Okay. So create the other table. The other table was. Can you go all the way up? The school table, right? It's the school table.
Yes.
You missed. Okay. Yeah. Create the school table and then modify the query and go to this document. Okay. So here, go up. Let me take a look. So the first table is elementary students, and the next table is teachers, right?
Yes.
Now, how is the relation here? Can you explain?
So elementary school will get the student's ID,
Mhm.
date of birth, student's name, and GPA.
Mhm.
Teachers, and we'll get teacher's ID, teacher's name, and the subject of the teachers, and the student's code, student's ID name.
So, how is the relation between these two tables?
Yes. Relation is with student's ID. Student ID is in the both table,
So, in the first table, it is ID
and in second table, it's written student.
student, right? Okay, got it. So, if you take a look, Abu, you want to watch mobile? Can you play with the logo or do you want to watch mobile? Mobile is not good. Very good. It is bye bye. Okay, so here the first query you have okay you have brought all of the data, and then the next query you have brought all of the data. So the query that I'm seeing here, okay, select ID DOB elementary students dot name. We have name in both table.
Name in both table, yes.
Okay. Okay, scroll down. So we are asking what the query I is asking. What is the question?
Second,
For the first one.
first one is question is find all students' information whose name contains P capital or P small.
So this is basically the from one table, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if you are bringing data from one table, then do you have to mention elementary students dot name? Can you see the answer?
Yes.
So when you are bringing data from only one table, mention it in that ways elementary students. No, right? So
No.
that's why, yeah. you, although it didn't impact your answer, it didn't impact your result, but you.
Only students, no?
Mhm.
No.
It should be only name. Okay. Then let's go to the next query. Find name DOB for students whose GPA is 3.75, right? Now, name DOB from elementary students where GPA equal to 3.7. Okay. So is it only one? Okay. Okay. Go to the next query. Select teachers to name subject student for student teachers. Okay. Now we have more than two table, right? So I'm asking teacher's name and subject. So that's why we have name in both table. So you got the name from teachers dot name. That's good, right?
And I had the problem with 4, 5, and 6.
4, 5, and 6. Okay, no problem. So first of
7 I could.
yeah, 7. I see that you have used subquery. Now, um, Nahid Bhai, Nipa, do you know? Do you also know how to use subquery? A subquery you are having a okay. We'll discuss then. I think yeah, you posted the question in the beginning. So number 4, right? Find student info for Mr. Brian, right? The query is asking find student info for Mr. Brian. That means you need student ID, student name, student GPA, whatever is in the table, all information. But that
Teacher's name is
Mr. Brian is coming from the second table, right? Okay, number 4, write the query after. Do you have? You can write the query here. Okay, press enter after 4. Yeah, press enable editing. Click on enable editing. Have you opened this one from your local computer? Email. Okay. Now go to that query again. Naved, can you help writing this query?
Student info, Mr. Brian,
Yeah.
table. Mr. Brian is what table?
Burn is teacher's name.
So you need the Mr. Brian info. So,
No, no, not
We
Mr.
need students info.
so you just put all the like the select all the information of the like from student table. Like if you go, so you put if you go like select the ID, comma DOB, comma and then you put a elementary students dot name because name is two table. Comma. I think it's the other one also. This if you go in the table all the way up, I think with another one GPA. Students, comma, teachers, table name. And then use where second line, enter, where to join the two tables first. So join will be elementary students dot id is equal to teachers dot teachers dot I think is student ID because the table just I just want to see that combination with yes teachers dot yes yeah teachers dot student the student put it enter. His name is two tables so you put teachers dot name let's see yeah ter I think the teacher spelling dot name is equal to double quotation inside the quotation and like you put the Mr. Yeah Mr. Brian to put double quotation. Quotation? No, the way we write down the budget, the single quotation. Put the Mr. Brian. In the quotation? Yeah, within the quotation. Inside the quotation, you put the Mr. Brian. Semicolon. Okay, I'll do it. I just like to make sure that
Yeah, you run it to make sure that.
coming true. No. I don't, the elementary students, you write like that with the semicolon? Yes. Oh, okay. Your syntax is when everything is right, but just put in the black screen. So.
Yes, please. Remember, if you do not write it a lot, you have to practice a lot. I'm going to give you a lot of work.
Copy the black screen. The start select top tool. Semicolon. From there to and copy. Screen is all the way after Skype is after another one. Yeah. So if you go the SQL plus sign over there, the corner, the left of the corner, all the way top. Edit and paste here. Enter the tables now. No, you should be the real. You should be commit the table before. No? No selected.
That means he didn't commit.
Select start from your table name. put arrow sign and then just edit that. Yes, just edit it. It is the element for teachers. Mr. Brown, MRS. So you, the third line and teacher's name is you write down MR, Mr. Brown, but it's MRS. So you put MRS. You put again you can go edit. Yeah, edit. You need to hit the enter or not? Okay, please write down. I can be it's not come out. So you can put the select ID. I don't have to put that. But you just MRS. Yeah, enter. Opera. Here you go. Enter. Up arrow. There you go. It's come up slowly. Just put S. Yeah. Okay. MRS dot line.
Still kind of confused. How are you relating the two tables?
So select ID. Come out your inventory.
Oh, I got the problem, Nabed. Now, before I go to that problem, Nipa. So your question is how we are relating these two table, right? Okay. So if you take a look in the first table, can you see the first table in the black screen? Student elementary students table. Elementary students, we have the ID field, right? And then in the next table, that is teachers. We have teachers ID and the other ID. These are not same. The second table, teachers ID is the ID for teacher. Now, if you want to create a relation, then can you see the ID from the first table? Now, if you take a look, second table, student. If I ask you, hey, who is Mrs. Smith's student? How will you tell? Mrs. Smith student. Who will the student for Mrs. Smith?
The Q something
QWEA, right? How have you figured it out?
by the ID number.
On the right hand side, student ID is 400, right? And then you went to the first table, you see what is the name for 400 ID, right? How did you relate? Can you see you find out what is the student ID in the second table and you went to the first table, you look for that ID, what is the student? Is that correct? So that's how you are creating relation. Elementary students dot ID equal to teachers student. Can you see in the teachers table the ID is student. The name of the column is student.
But that could be like how many numbers of students that particular teacher has.
Yeah. What is that? No, it is the same quotation. The problem here, there is a space. I will go there. There is a space after Mrs. Brian. Can you see there is a space before Brian? He didn't put that Brian. That's why he didn't get data.
On student like on the teachers table,
Mhm. No, 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 no. This is not how many. This is what is that particular student he is related to. He or she is related to. You got it? Yeah, yeah. So I intentionally put this. I can put okay student ID here. Then it will be pretty clear, right? But I didn't put it so that sometimes you will see that the column name is changing. So you'll have to use your instinct to create the relation. Hold on here, Rajabai. Press your left arrow, your left arrow in the keyboard. Press your left arrow. Mhm. It is not going. So yeah, yeah. One more time. Yeah, hold on here. Press a space. Press on the space. That is what you have a space in the data. Now you press enter. Got
Thank
it?
you.
Got it?
Yes.
It is sensitive, right? Okay, okay, okay. So yeah, it is sensitive. We like always. Computer is very very accurate and sensitive. Okay. Now you got like who didn't understand this query? Nahid Bhai, Nipa, who didn't understand this query? You got it. Okay. Nahid Bhai, can you hear us? Nahid Bhai, are you still there? Okay. So let's go for the next query. Bring the document. And always you commit, like when you are inputting data in a table, make sure you commit. Otherwise, the data will not be saved. So the next query, Razava, if you bring the next query. The next query is okay. So you correct it here as well. So you can take the screenshot from there and put the. Do it now. Otherwise, yeah, there is a possibility you might forget. Take the screenshot as well. Press enter and bring the screenshot here as well.
How can I get the screenshot very easily?
Easily get snipping tool. Open snipping tool. If you type here snipping, can you see the type here to search? Yeah, snipping tool. Click on tool. Can you see on top there is a tool with scissor? Mhm. And then can you see on the in the tool in the upper left corner there is yeah this one. Click on this and then and whatever you want to snip, that one take it there in the left all the left corner. Yeah, yeah. Or a little bit, yeah. Start snipping, yeah. Go down, yeah. That's it. And you go to your document in that folder in the folder tab. Yeah. So here after yeah, press enter and then right click or yeah right click, paste. Good. Sure. Next query. So now Nipa, can you help him to get the next query answer for the next query? Okay, first show the query. So the question here, find teachers info for a student. who's so first of all need to understand this. Find teachers info, right? That means we are looking for teachers information. I didn't specifically say okay what teachers information. It will be teachers all information. You'll have to mention all of the columns name for students whose GPA is 3.95 or bigger. You got it? Now help him writing this query.
Will be select um asterisk.
Esther, remember when you are joining, when you are getting data from two table, you do not put asterisk. It will be messing up a lot of things. You put specifically column name. Okay.
Um so select from and
No, select before you put from. You will have to say what are the columns name, right?
oh means you have to do all the columns. Okay, so
Yeah, from teachers table.
yeah, from teachers table. So select TIE, comma, comma, subject, comma, student.
Give him a little bit time. He is a slow typer, seems.
Name is two tables, so you can put the name teacher dot name.
From teachers, comma,
Teachers,
student. Second line, where,
Guys, I'm going to bring a little bit water, okay?
so you put elementary students dot ID. Equal teacher dot student. Third line, you would put end.
Teachers, yes. If we put on the cursor dot here, put yes, yeah. And then if we go, first line is not. The first line is right now case looks like name dot. Second line also teachers. Yes, yes. Enter. Line. Slowly go so we can enter. Here we go. Oh. Hello. Yeah. Yes. So you can do snipping tool. Here we snipping tool open over there. All the way after Skype. After Skype, we see the. Yeah, you can go over there still. Here, no? Yes. Click on it. It's new. Yes. You drag this step. Go a little bit up. It's already in. Here you go. Now we go down. It's okay. You don't need anything to do. You can go Word, Microsoft Word. Is a Word here open already over there. Down. Yeah. Open. Paste it. Control V. Here. Yeah, it should be fixed. The number 6 is the see the press Control Z.
How is the query going on, guys?
Press put the cursor after semicolon. After semicolon, press enter. Enter. So now you select all the
So, Nipa, were you able to understand and guide him? Are you there, Nipa? Okay, okay, very good. Then Nahidba, are you in the call now? Okay, the next query. Find subject for student. Now, can you do the see now number sixth query by yourself, Rajavai.
Find a subject for students with Y.
Mhm.
Subject. The second teacher's table. Here. And students name. Students name.
Select from
Remember again, when you are doing queries from multiple table, do not put asterisk. Find subject for student, right? Subject is in the second table. Yeah.
different subject. Let's see. Select subject.
And then move to the
Students. Teachers. Make sure you put it as like, and then go to the second line. Put where student dot ID. Equal teachers dot student. Did you put student or student? Okay, student. And sentence started before, right? And then close the parentheses. Then put Y. And then put and then that should work.
Okay, so here let me take a look. Select subject from elementary students, teachers, where elementary students are teachers, student, and
The
name.
last line is not correct.
Oh,
Name
name
is both tables. So you put a
dot.
should mention elementary students dot name. Which line? Second line or last line?
Last line. There's oh, there you go. So left arrow, go to the name and put elementary students dot name. So before name, just put elementary students dot.
Is it fine?
Yeah, I think that should work. So just press enter.
So my one is work. You don't need any double bracket. So you just put a parenthesis inside the double quotation. You can. My one is work like that. I just check.
You can try that again. So take out the parentheses and see if it works.
Close. You already. There you go. Slowly. It wasn't. It was already there. You already passed it.
Yeah, here. Go up. Actually, go down, and yeah. No, no, not this. You have written it.
Elementary student dot name. You just go the left arrow. It's okay. Yeah, left arrow. Left arrow. Elementary students dot name. Go and go name. Okay.
Take out the space.
Yes. And then like. Take out the bracket. The enter now. Enter.
See this, the problem here, the quotation that you put, right? The quote,
Quotation thing, I
it doesn't look
feel
like a
like
proper quotation, yeah.
Okay, okay,
yeah, it's not like a problem. That's what the other question of clients.
Yeah.
The quotation should be the enter left one. Where is the enter? The left one.
Right. Yeah, that is now it looks correct quotation.
আমার কাছে ভাই পরেরটা রাইটেরটা মনে হয় বাট লেফটেরটা মনে হয়
Let me see. Now let's execute it. No, no,
ব্র্যাকেট ব্র্যাকেট ডিলিট ব্র্যাকেট ডিলিট ডিলিট দিয়ে আপনি এন্টার বাটন আছে না এন্টার বাটনের লেফটে যেটা আছে কোটেশনটা হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ এটা ইউজ করেন এটা আবার ইউজ করেন ওই সাইডে দিন এখন এখন দেখবেন ঠিক আছে ব্র্যাকেটটা ডিলিট দেন রাইট ব্র্যাকেটটা হ্যাঁ
now
হবে
now it's fine.
ইয়া এই যে আসছে ইয়েলে কারণ আপনি ওই যে আগেও আপনি হয়তো দেখছেন
হ্যাঁ
সাইডে একটু ডিফারেন্ট আছে ওইটা আপনি ইউজ করবেন এন্টারের লেফটেরটা
আচ্ছা
নিচেরটা এখানে দুইটা আছে উপরে একটা নিচে ওইটা ইউজ করবেন
so I can go here typing tools
স্ন্যাপিং টুল
It works both ways with parentheses
Yeah,
and
it will
without.
work both way. Yeah, that is correct.
ওকে যে ওয়ার্ডে যাবেন পেস্ট করে দেন কন্ট্রোল বি এগুলো সিলেক্ট করেন সবগুলো কন্ট্রোল বি দিয়ে দেন সেভেন উপরে চলে আসছে না
হ্যাঁ
ওটা আপনি কন্ট্রোল জেড দেন কন্ট্রোল জেড দেন আফটার সেমিকোলনের পরে একটা এন্টার দেন হ্যাঁ এখানে এন্টার দেন আবার সবগুলো কপি করেন সিলেক্ট থেকে কপি করেন
ওটা
সো এগুলো সিলেক্ট থেকে সেমিকোলন পর্যন্ত কপি করেন আবার
হ্যাঁ
হ্যাঁ কন্ট্রোল বি দেন
it's fine thank you
এখন আপনি সেভ করে নেন
save thank you Nipa thank you Navid bhai
you're welcome.
Okay, so now let's go to that subquery. Okay,
What do you use when you have highest GPA?
okay. So here, take a look. What the question is asking. Okay, find the teacher's info for a student who has highest GPA.
Sunil bhai it's a for student or of student
So find the teacher's info uh, for a student who has. I think it will be of student will be
clear
clear. Yeah.
Huh?
So find the teacher's info of student who has highest GPA. Now, first of all, we'll have to find teacher's info. Teacher's info means teachers all of the information. If I Nipa, if I ask you, find the teacher's info for a student or of student whose GPA is 3.95, then it is easy, right? If I ask, okay, I know that highest GPA is 4, right? Here. If I ask, okay, find the teacher's info for student whose GPA is 4, it's easy. Now, if I ask, okay, for highest, for a student who has highest GPA, now you have 4 record here. You can easily say, okay, where GPA equal to 4, because you know that GPA 4 is higher, right? But now use your brain. So let's say if I ask you, consider this Walmart in Shamli. And as I said, let's say that all of the transactions, those are happening for a particular day, is going to a table.
Mhm.
If I ask you, find the person's information has spent the highest amount. Now, how many entry you think will be in the table for a particular day?
Um, how many people there were?
So if you estimate entries,
One,
sorry,
one.
I didn't get it. You are breaking.
That you'll get one data because you're asking for the highest.
Highest, right? But how many, like, first of all, how many entries ask you for a particular day? How many entries will be there in the table? You didn't get the question. So if you consider, if you buy something, it goes to a table. Okay, Nipa bought $10 worth of amount. I went there. Let's say I go there. I buy $20. Okay. Zahirul bought $20 worth of goods, and then Razabai went there, and then he bought $30 worth of amount. Nabed went there, and he bought $100 worth of amount, and then Nahid Bhai went there. He bought $15 worth of amount. Now, these 4 5 people, we know that okay, highest is 100, right? Out of, by looking, okay, there is 5 entry out of this 500, right? Now, if I ask you, okay, for the whole day, how many people went there and bought things? How big will be the table?
Six records
Huh?
or
For the whole day?
four people. Six people went.
No, 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 no. If you consider a realistic scenario for the whole day in a,
Yeah, like million.
let's say not million, for if you consider the Shamli is to probably a couple of thousand, right? Okay. Now, so a couple of thousand has went to the store for a particular day and bought things. Now, if I ask you, find the highest uh, spenders information, how will you do that?
What is the maximum?
Yeah. If I ask you, okay, who spent the highest amount, find his information. We want to give him a $100 coupon. So how will you find that highest spending person? Now you have a thousands of records. It is difficult to manually find him, right? So now you'll have to, first of all, you will have to find who spends the highest amount, and then you have to find his information. Is that correct? If you know, okay, the Mr. X spent $1,000, so yeah, find find all information from this table where spending amount equal to 1,000. It is easy, but you do not know what is that highest amount. So first of all, you'll have to write a query to find that highest spending amount. That is what we are calling subquery. Now, if you go to the subquery, number 7, Razabai, can you hear me, Razabai? Okay, go to the number query 7.
Yes.
Go all the way down. Okay, here. Find teachers info for student who has highest GPA, right? Now, can you see Nipa select TID, teachers dot name, subject, student, right? We are bringing all of the column name from teachers table from elementary students, comma teachers, right? Where elementary students dot ID equal to teachers dot student, we are creating the relation and GPA equal to, if you know GPA equal to 3.40 or 4, you put 4 here, but you do not know what is the highest GPA. So that's why you are writing a, instead of putting that figure, you are writing a subquery here. Select max GPA from elementary students. What that will do, select max GPA from elementary students, it will bring the highest GPA, the number after the equal sign, and then your query will be complete. Does it make sense now?
And
100%?
you want to give the minimum, you would just put
Min,
okay?
that's it, yeah. Is it like, is it now crystal clear in terms of subquery? Okay, very good, very good. All right, sounds good. So any other question, Rajabhai, on this?
I have no question.
Is it helpful?
Thank you, Zairbai. Thank you, Nipa. Thank you, Navidai.
Okay, very good. Now let's bring the next one.
Just give me excuse. I need to go to the work at 2:30.
2:30, okay. We need to leave now?
Leave now, and I will follow the record section. Session.
Sure. Okay, sounds good. All right.
Thank you.
So I think we will end our session soon since we have started a little bit late. You can leave now. I take control and I will be giving you some briefing. The topics that I intended to discuss, probably I'll have to send a video to you. I'll try to send a video so you can follow the video. I'll create a video and send it to you, but let me give you a little bit introduction what I wanted to bring here, guys. So let me start sharing and go from there. All right, can you see my screen now? Okay, today I have sent an email to you all with all this document, all of this document, right? Can you see here? All of these documents are here. Now, few of the documents I might not have discussed yet with you. Go through each and every document and try to understand this. If you do not understand anything, bring it in the next class. If any of the homeworks are not done, then do this. So if any of the document is you do not understand or you do not know, then go through and bring it in the next class. If any of the homework is not done, try to do it, and if you cannot do it, we will be discussing in the next class. Number one. Number two, your test case. Now your target is to write 5 test case this week. 5 test case, 5 separate test case. You can go through the whole requirement, but write 5 test case. I believe that if you use the registration login and the home page, you will get 5 test case. And finish your test plan and send it to me. Now, do you have enough information to work with for the next week? Do you need any more information from me? Are we all set? All right, sounds good to me. So 5 test case, test plan, and review this document. If you have any question on this document, whatever I didn't go through, I'll be discussing, but first I want you to stuck on it. Okay, I cannot move forward. It is new to me. Then, yeah, I'll be discussing. Okay, so I'll be summarizing this session here, guys. Thank you. It was a little bit late, but you know, we will be having discussion on coming Sunday. Okay. তন্ময় ভাই, আমি আপনার টেস্ট কেস অলরেডি শেয়ার করছি জি তারপরে জি আর টেস্ট প্ল্যান আমি লিখে পাঠাবো। আচ্ছা, ওটা
এমএ অপশনটা একটু, কারণ আমি জিল্লে কেসে কোনো সময় ট্রান্সফার করি না, একটু শেয়ার করবো না আমার সাথে?
Oh yeah, so let me stop sharing here. Let me stop recording.